Yo, what is up, YouTube boxing family, Instagram boxing family? It is K-Rod here. I'm back at it with another good video for you guys today. Let's get right to it today. Alright, so it's time to destroy this Lomachenko weirdo argument that a lot of Loma fans like to claim, to say that Devin Haney ducked Lomachenko and Lomachenko did not duck Devin Haney. So yeah, let's get right into it. Let's destroy this argumentation. I'm not going to bring out any long videos, clips with this, but I'm just gonna keep this short and sweet, and then I'll just move on with like my day, and take it however you want. But yeah, let's get right into it. Yeah, Devin Haney and Lomachenko, they should have been fought in the past. For those of you that don't know, Devin Haney was trying to become the WBC champion. At the time frame of which Devin Haney did want to become a titleist, even before he was even 20 years old, if I'm not mistaken. But prior to the career with Devin Haney, Devin, he has a pretty good resume, despite what he had to go through just to get to where he had to be. Obviously, he had a couple fights in Mexico. He fought some low tier opposition in which he was just trying to get his name up there. But ever since then, look at what he did when he started to debut the bigger cards in America. Devin, he is a pretty good, well-seasoned veteran already, 29-0. But let's talk about what he had to do to get up to the world championship level. He had to go through Mason Menard. He fought him back in 2018 as of May 11th of that year. He fought him for the IBF USBA light vacant title. He knocked him out in 9 rounds. And then after that, he beat Juan Carlos Burgos back in 2018 again. That was in September, in which he had the IBF North American lightweight title. And after that, he then went on to face Zolazani Nogadeni, in which he was actually good at the time. He was 25-0, so that was a undefeated fighter that Devin Haney took on. He, destroyed him in 10 rounds. That was a very good fight. WBC International Lightweight title that was vacant at the time, and the WBC Intercontinental Light title or lightweight title at the time frame as well. That was in 2019 as of January 11th. Now we're heading into May, where he knocked out Antonio Moran for the WBA International Vacant Lightweight title of the world, and then the WBC International Lightweight title of the world, and the WBO Intercontinental Lightweight title of the world. Obviously, these are semi-titles to help you get ranked in the sanction bodies, so we're going to move forward with what Devin had to do in his career to get up to that level. But hold on, give me 1 second. Alright, I'm back. So, yeah, after he defeated Antonio Moran, he basically had all 3 of these titles to obviously put him in position to go for, the sanction body that he wanted to be closer to a title. But when we saw him then go on and face Zaur Abdewale for the WBC interim title, this is where the stupidity begins with the Lomachenko didn't duck Devin Haney argument, to say Lomachenko didn't avoid Devin. Devin just avoided Loma because he went after the WBC interim title instead of going for the WBC franchise title, which is absolutely retarded, but we're going to get there. But after that, we already know what already happened. Devin Haney got elevated from the interim champion to the WBC world champion, in which he then, on top of that, had, the quote-unquote shoulder injury, in which that was leading into COVID, by the way. So Devin had to sit out after he fought Alfredo Santiago, in which a lot of dumb Lomachenko fans want to say, oh, well, Devin Haney was injured, and Devin Haney, he was going to have to be forced to fight Javier Fortuna or Yuriorkis Gamboa, in which I don't know what the hell people were talking about. But guess what? Devin, after he said he was ready, he needed time to heal. He actually had to get his shoulder healed, and guess what? Once his shoulder was healed, nobody didn't want smoke with Devin Haney before and after he injured his shoulder. So we already got that argument out the picture. But we already know what happened. He whipped Gamboa back in November of 2020. following for that COVID year being over, leading into the new year of 2021, in which he fought Jorge Linares, which that was, one of the best fights out of Devin Haney's career. And then he fought Jojo Diaz, in which he's made some pretty, successful title defenses. Like Devin Haney defended his title 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 times. He defended his WBC title 6 times, in which that led to him becoming the undisputed champion of the world. But yeah, like Devin Haney's resume is actually pretty damn good. Like he went through everybody in the division that technically beat everyone else in the division. In which I don't like using triangle theory, but guess what? The thing is just that if you're the man that beat everybody that beat each other out, then it's basically Mortal Kombat. You are the number one undisputed Mortal Kombat championship fighter, of the universe, or Outworld technically. But the whole thing is just that Devin Haney, he did everything that he had to do to become champion. Lomachenko did not want to fight Devin Haney, in the sense of which, when we saw what Lomachenko did after Devin Haney got his title, just take a look at what Lomachenko's resume went into. Vasily Lomachenko decided to not fight Devin Haney when Devin wanted to fight him, and the whole deal with this stupid, ridiculous claim that they say Loma didn't duck Devin but Devin ducked him is these idiots trying to say, oh, Lomachenko requested for the no. Lomachenko didn't know that the WBC was working with Top Rank with Bob Arum to request for the WBC franchise, as if Lomachenko didn't give consent of his own to know that he's going to get a WBC franchise instead of becoming WBC champion, in which it was all stupidity talk by his, dumb, retarded fan base. But let's just look at what he did. Lomachenko was unified after he beat Anthony. He was unified after he beat Jorge Pedraza after he won the WBA WBA lightweight championship, because obviously you can't be the WBA super champion after you become unified. So he then became unified after he beat Jose Pedraza for the WBO, and then he beat Anthony Crolla. That was a weak ass title defense that he didn't need to fight. And then after that, he fought Luke Campbell for the WBC Championship of the World, in which Devin Haney was supposed to fight for that title, by the way, in which not a lot of Loma fans want to be honest about that. He was going to be in line to fight for the WBC title. But then these idiots come back and say, oh, unifications trump mandatories. You realize that, right? Lomachenko had the WBC title already in place. So why would Devin Haney get the shot first before Loma? Okay, so then why didn't Loma honor the mandatory defense to fight Devin Haney, in which you still could have been undisputed, like Lomachenko said he wanted to become undisputed in the past? Can you guys explain that? No, you can't explain it, because Lomachenko ducked Devin. But yeah, let's just move forward. Lomachenko, after he beat Luke Campbell, you had 3 titles. And after that, you then went on to fight Teofimo that following next year, heading into COVID, in which you vacated your WBC title. You vacated it. I'm sorry, Loma, you vacated it. But guess what? You still requested for the WBC franchise, because guess what the franchise title gave you? Legalized protection to not fight your mandatory that wanted to fight you, Devin the Dream Haney. So the whole deal with everyone saying that Devin Haney ducked Lomachenko because he didn't go for the WBC franchise, in which this is the same sanctioning body that tried to label Devin Haney as a pride champion to try to take away his belt, to quote-unquote give it to Teofimo Lopez or George Kambosos, that never deserved to have the title at all. But guess what? In boxing, I guess when it comes to black American fighters, sanctioned bodies can just make stuff up and just basically discriminate a guy like Devin Haney that wanted his opportunity, that wanted to be the man of the division. But guess what? Guess who didn't give him that opportunity? It was the stupid sanction bodies that everyone keeps defending in boxing to say sanction bodies are so valuable in the sport. They're so important for us boxing fans to just keep wasting our money to go to fights, to go see these garbage matchups that don't even make any sense half the time. And most of the time, sanction bodies don't even care about even making big fights. Because guess what? It's all political, discrimination, and it's all divisive matchmaking. Because if you can ever think about a perfect world of how sanction bodies should be, like sanction bodies should be making big fights, and no fight should ever be blocked. All fights should be a top-down structure where the best fighters fight each other consistently. But no, you can't have that within the sanction body because they act like a government of its own, where they think that they are like superstitious, religious gods in a way, where they could just go out of their way and just do whatever they want. So the whole problem with this is just that you guys just don't want to be honest about it. You guys don't want to be honest of what the fact that the sanction bodies were clearly protecting Vasily Lomachenko, and Lomachenko did everything in his power to make sure that he never fought Devin Haney. And by the way, why didn't Lomachenko fight Devin Haney right away after he lost to Teofimo Lopez? You could have fought, he could have easily fought Devin Haney after he lost to Teofimo during COVID, but no, he took a whole fucking year off. Well, no, he didn't even take a whole year off. He literally sat around, did nothing for 8 months, and then he came out with this whole BS, comment to say that, I'm going out the war in the Ukraine and all that, and it's like, dude, you never even served any tours going through the war between Russia and Ukraine, and you straight up lied to your own people saying that you were going to help them out. But no, you just ended up sitting around doing fucking nothing, watching your people get shot up to death, and guess what? You didn't do anything. You literally sat there like a fucking coward while everyone else out there in your own country is actually fighting to protect themselves at least. But either way, that's a whole different situation, and I don't care about what's going on out there. But the thing is just that Lomachenko, he's a coward. He's always been a coward. He never wanted to fight Devin Haney. Devin Haney clearly showed why Vasily Lomachenko is a failure and he's a duck, because he went on to face Masayoshi Tuki Nakatani Sushi. Yeah, he fought that bum. He beat him up. And then he did the same thing with Richard Comey, beat him up badly. And then Jermaine Ortiz, he arguably lost that fight. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. Vasily Lomachenko has proven that he's not a good fighter. And, he did everything in his power to not fight Devin Haney. Because if he wanted to smoke with Devin, we would have been seeing Devin Haney versus Vasily High-Tech Lomachenko for 3 belts. And if Devin Haney beat Vasily Lomachenko, let's just say in his own home turf, if they had it out in the UK or at least in America, Devin Haney would have definitely had a great showing. And if Devin Haney lost to Lomachenko, at least Devin Haney, he would still be viewed as a damn good fighter in the lightweight division. And all I wanted as a true quote-unquote boxing fan or boxing student of the game, analyst per se, is that just have clarity in the sport. Make sure that all the best fights are being, honored, where we're seeing all the matchups being, played out, because we don't know who's better than who if nobody's not going to fight each other. That's why you have all this stupid drama in boxing where you have all these idiots trying to say, oh, well, she don't need to fight her because blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. It's like some diva shit. That's really what it is. But case in point, it just proves my point that when the best don't fight each other and people duck each other in the sport of boxing, you end up cursing yourself for failure, because ducking makes you look like a coward and it doesn't make you better as a fighter. And that's what makes you end up becoming food for somebody else to just come out of their way and just beat you up. So basically, you're just preparing yourself for failure to become cannon fodder for somebody else's, plan to take you down badly in the sport. But that's pretty much it. Hopefully Devin, he beats the living crap out of Vasily Lomachenko. And we could just stop talking about who's better than who, because Lomachenko should have been fought Devin Haney. and you know, this fight should have been made like 4 years ago. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and to long live Devin Haney, and yeah, to hell with, you know, all the Lomachenko haters. But yeah, I don't like you guys, but I'll see you guys later. Bye.